I come to you from Glasgow. In fact, I just had a chat with members of the University of Glasgow who were talking about how the protesters from across the globe have taken over Glasgow city. Let me show you a little bit of what George Square in Glasgow is looking like. Ready with police personnel to try and contain any sort of protests that are meant to disrupt. In fact, they say they are here to disrupt the climate change summit, mainly because they are keen to see that there is climate justice that is provided. I'm going to try and go across to academics from the University of Glasgow, before which let me quickly share with you that Prime Minister Mr. Modi is expected to be here in Glasgow by 10 p.m. tonight, local time. He's expected to speak tomorrow at the summit, probably in the second half. The world is really looking at India very carefully because India continues to be the third largest emitter of greenhouse gases. India pledged in the 2015 Paris Agreement that it would bring down its total carbon emission to by about 25 to 30% by 2030. Early this year, the ministry did mention that they are on track. They also mentioned that they are about 21% closer to that target. However, many research scholars have been saying that India, perhaps with its Make in India campaign, should pitch towards making more electric cars as promised in the Paris Agreement and try and honor that agreement globally as nations of 196 country leaders as they come together for this 26th UN Climate Summit. I have with me some academicians, some personalities who are from Glasgow itself. You are from the University of Glasgow, are you?
Yes, I am. Yes.
You were here during the protests that happened here a short while ago. What is your take on the fact that there are such summits that are happening and leaders from various countries are coming here to pledge to try and make that progress? However, there are disruptions on par. So where are you on that? And should these summits be taken more seriously, more responsibly?
I think, yes, they should. But I would just qualify that the event we attended now was a vigil, and very much a vigil of bringing communities from diverse faith traditions together to pray for the earth, to state peace, but also to underscore the urgency that we can transcend our differences, and we must transcend our differences to work together in a human scale emergency. And I think that's what we've just been at this afternoon. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for that. All of you, we were discussing some time ago about the Paris Agreement of 2015, and the world has changed since with the pandemic. Do you reckon that this UN summit is going to be even more significant as compared to the Paris Agreement, which of course is legally binding on nations which have pledged?
It is, and I think the time for thinking is always there, but this is the time for action. I think one of the first steps that I hear from the people I work with in Christian Aid is that what we need are the agreements in Paris honored.
To be honored, sure.
They need to be honored as a very first step, because if people are thinking about hunger, they can't think about climate change and adapting and resilience.
Talking of India, after China and the USA, India is the third largest greenhouse gas emitter. In the space of renewable energy, India has done considerably well. Should India be pushing its targets for 2030?
All of us should be pushing our targets for 2030. This is absolutely not about pointing fingers. This is about rallying around together as one human race.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, all of you, for joining us. Like this research scholar said, Vishnu, the time for thinking is over with the Paris Agreement in 2015. Now it's time to do the doing.